Hello, my name is Peter Prose and I'm a Global Solutions Engineer at InCountry. When a company decides to integrate a cloud-hosted application with the InCountry platform, one of the most important decisions to make is which integration model is required by the legislation or company policy that governs the data residency requirement. These requirements typically contain mandates on where the regulated data can be stored, where it can be processed, and whether or not it is viewable from outside the country of origin. Based on these three parameters, InCountry has defined three data residency models: replicated, restricted, and redacted. In today's video, we will focus on the restricted model. In the standard cloud-hosted application architecture, all of the data is stored and processed in the cloud and can be viewed by anyone with sufficient application permissions, regardless of which country they are attempting to access the data from. In the restricted model, there is a requirement that the regulated data only be stored inside the country of origin. Therefore, it is necessary to store a one-way hash on the cloud server outside the country in place of the regulated data. However, the cross-border transfer of regulated data is still permitted for processing and viewing. Whenever records that contain regulated data are created, updated, or deleted, the application will write to the InCountry platform. When a user wants to view the data, or a server outside the country needs to run processing on the data, then it must read the data from the in-country data store, perform the necessary action, and then drop the data. As an example, this diagram shows a typical server-side integration using the InCountry SDK. When a user makes a request to create a record containing regulated data, that data flows to the cloud server outside the country. This application will then make a call out to the InCountry SDK to write the regulated data fields to the in-country point of presence. Once this transaction is complete, then the application will store the non-regulated data along with a one-way hash of the regulated data on the cloud application server. Later on, if a user wants to view the data on screen or an application wants to run analytics on the data, then it can make a call out to the in-country point of presence to retrieve the data and perform the action. In the restricted model, the key to compliance is ensuring that data is not permanently stored outside the country, but only retrieved for viewing or processing when needed. We hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to check out our videos on the replicated and redacted models.